She's back. She's back. Just like Freddy Krueger, she's back. And welcome to another edition of Ben's Rant Nation. I guess last week, South Bend BLM had some kind of press conference where they were once again discussing the incident that happened at PHM last month when one student got punished for using a slur word. The school addressed this. This has already been handled, but for some reason, once again, this drooling lunatic, otherwise known as Tiana Batista Waddell, coming to a school board near you. Her, along with some radicals from Black Lives Matter, decided they were going to milk this issue and squeeze it bone dry for as long as they could. But before we get started here, and I do a rebuttal to some of the points that were made during this press conference, let's once again establish who this Tiana Batista Waddell character is. Because she is probably the last person on the planet who should be lecturing anyone on race relations. There's one person who shouldn't be talking about this. It's her. So here are her qualifications in promoting a racist-free environment, because she's not racist at all. Here she is, in the spirit of racial unity and healing, calling someone a, quote, white domestic terrorist, suggesting that white people, or anyone according to skin color, can be a domestic terrorist, is super unifying. Here's a clip of her supporting segregation when she was responding to me in a video a few weeks ago. Because that's what all people do when they're concerned about racism or a culture of racism. They just become more racist. The author of How to Be an Anti-Racist, Ibram X. Kendi, is quoted saying, "The only remedy for past discrimination is present discrimination." Let that sink in.
Yeah, that means that segregation is the best fucking way. Yeah, that means that segregation is the best fucking way. Y'all want to be segregated anyway. What are you talking about?
Oh, here's a pro-Palestine post that she loved that was advertising a rally where they celebrated the deaths of over 1,000 Jews. I don't know about you, but around here we love it when educational consultants who consult with our school have nearly the identical ideology as Mein Kampf instead of everyday American values. In case you have any doubt as to what was said and celebrated at this rally, here's a quick clip of an actual example of one of Tiana's comrades at this rally talking about what they're actually celebrating.
Are you happy about the Jews being killed?
Yes.
You are?
Killing us for 14 years.
Are you happy about the Jews being killed?
Yes. They've
You
been
are?
killing us for 14 years.
Obviously, she's super credible when it comes to promoting racial harmony in our public schools. Let's back up to the end of last week, I think Thursday or Friday, where for some reason, some local woke media outlet decided to give these local hate merchants a platform to spew the rhetoric. So instead of worrying about their own schools, that's South Bend community schools, we'll get into that later, they instead talk about this racial incident that happened a month ago in a different school district, Penn Harris Madison, a successful school district, I might add, unlike South Bend community schools, where they all come from. That these local radicals were given a platform is disgusting in and of itself. Let's watch and see what they had to say.
So my name is Jordan Geiger. It's JordenGiger, and I'm a co-founder of Black Lives Matter South Bend. And we are calling this press conference today in conjunction with former Councilman Henry Davis Jr. Because of the situation that happened at a Riley High School and Penn High School basketball game, with the comments that were made during a broadcasting by a student. And the NAACP had issued a set of demands to the Penn Harris Madison School District, and we support and uplift those demands.
My name is Tiana Batista Waddell. I'm an educational leader and founder of Liasia Consulting and Jack's Aspire Foundation. My work is rooted in one mission: expanding access to opportunity through equitable and inclusive practices. Today, I am speaking in response to what occurred on March 6th within the Penn Harris Madison School Corporation community, where a racial slur was used during a student live stream of a high school basketball game. Let it be clear that this was just not an isolated moment. During that broadcast, racist language was directed toward a student athlete, prompting community concern, organizational response, and calls for accountability.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't listen to her any longer. Was your racist language an isolated event? Probably not. Did your racist language prompt an organizational response? Has your racist language ever demanded accountability from anyone in this press conference right now? Who has held you accountable for your words? Because if so, then why are you here talking right now?
My experiences in policy building and policy implementing, etc. My time spent doing that understands that behavior has to be met with a consequence in order for behaviors to change.
Excellent point, former South Bend Common Council member Henry Davis Jr. So let me get this straight. You have experience in policy to implement behavioral changes as it pertains to racial harmony and whatnot. That sounds good and well and all. But then why did this happen with one of your colleagues on the South Bend Common Council back when you were a member?
My mother was what you would consider a house. My 103-year-old aunt.
Where was your enthusiastic call to action that time? Did you do a press conference then to address her language? Did you do anything to change that racist behavior? I understand you did speak out about her in the past, but other than speaking out about her on social media and whatnot, what did you do systematically to change that from happening again? Because if you can't hold your colleague in this press conference, Tiana, if you can't hold her accountable for her racist language, you can't hold your own common council members accountable for their racist language, then once again, why are you in this discussion? Aren't you part of the problem?
We can't rely on someone just saying, I'm sorry, won't do it again, I misspoke, or where have you. And I responded that the code of conduct does not spell out racial assault or violence. It doesn't spell that out. It's kind of a broad approach to what they want their students to do. So I need it to say racial, right? I needed to say that you cannot commit racial attacks or assaults against your fellow man.
All right, so this guy obviously hasn't read any of the policies and has no clue what the hell he's talking about. However, it's important to remember which school district that he actually comes from and represents in the South Bend Community School District. His school board, his school corporation is ran so poorly that for the first time in Indiana history, the state of Indiana is trying to take over their school district because according to iLearn scores, your kids can't read or do basic math. That is a direct reflection on how that school board runs its school. So I'm pretty sure for like the first time in history, the state wants to take over an incompetent school board because people like you let that happen. Where's your press conference for your students who can't read, for your students who get caught up in the direct school to gang pipeline? Where's that press conference? Do you give a damn about your own kids in your own schools? But yet here you are doing a press conference about another school that's actually doing its job. So them trying to lecture us on how to run a school is laughable. It's an insult. Fix your schools first. If you want to focus on race, if you want to focus on division, you do that on your school because how's that one been working out for you guys? That's all I got for right now. You guys have a great Monday night.